Okay. All
What's your
right.
name?
Thank you so much, Navika. We are very glad to have you here with us.
What's
I
your
want to say that you're supremely gorgeous and you have aged absolutely well.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. That's very
And
sweet of you.
I can absolutely not fathom how adorable you look right now. So I'm just gonna take a moment to let it
Thank you so
settle.
much. It's very sweet of you.
All right, so we are here today to get to know about the industry, get to know more about your personal life, to understand how have you, progressed through the years in the industry. And before we begin, I would like to thank you for giving us your time today.
Thank you so much for letting me be a part of Metigwood Film Festival. And it's always fun to, come online and chat with people and to give them my insights and to get their insights. So
Right.
thank you so much.
Good to know, good to know. Perfect. So we have I would say I have divided a questionnaire for you. So
Hmm.
there'll be a few personal questions, what you like, what you dislike. Then we have a few questions about the industry and then a few subjective questions about the same. So to begin this entire session, let me ask you one question that I'm pretty sure you get asked all the time. How did you begin your journey as an actor and how did you perceive the industry as a child when you
All right.
began?
So I began my journey when I was, I think, around 7 years old, 7 or 8. It started very randomly. Actually, my mom was pretty into the industry. She was a fan basically. We didn't have any contacts or anything as such. So back then we had this studio called the Famous Studio where major production houses had their offices. So
Right,
my
right.
mom and my dad, they would take me there. We got a portfolio done and I would give tons and tons of auditions. And I mean, I was young, so I had to learn a lot of things about acting. So my mom taught me, and I used to give auditions, and then slowly I did one ad and two ads and one serial and everything, and it went on. So that's how I started, with a lot of I mean, we were actually clueless about what we were doing, but
Okay,
we
okay.
got we learned through our way. And I was a kid, so I was just enjoying whatever I did. And my parents always made sure that they never made me do anything against my will. So they always made sure that I was equally focusing on studies as well as I was enjoying being on sets and working and everything, which I did luckily. So we kept on going with it. So for me, it was just like a hobby.
Oh, that's great. I think that it's a very, I would say, very well cultivated hobby, because it's not something that comes easily to people.
Yeah,
And I'm pretty sure you've worked, hard for it.
yeah,
So
we did.
before we delve in, yeah, tell me.
Yeah, so the hardship at that time was managing my school and everything, obviously. So we used to live in town, and all the shoots and everything used to be in suburbs mostly. So I had to travel right after my school, and I would study on my way, I would eat on my way, I would sleep on my way, and all of
Oh,
that. And then we would work for longer hours, come back home, sleep, and again attend school in the morning. And this continued till I was like in ninth and 10th. So it kind of became like a daily thing. I got used to it. But in the starting, it was a bit difficult, especially when you're just learning about the industry and you're learning
right.
how it all goes and everything. So, yeah.
Right, right, right. Wow, that's commendable. I think even as a child actor, you put so much effort into being there and being present in both your parallel academic life and acting life. That's great. So before we delve deeper into all those things, let me ask you a few questions that your fans would want to know about. What's your favorite movie genre?
Oh, I really like movies which you can discuss later on. So I like definitely any thriller movie. And when I'm
Okay.
with my friends, I love watching horror films. I watch any and all horror films. And then I think once in a while, I just don't like rom-coms. That's what I'd say. I really don't, I am not a fan of rom-coms. But other than that, I like all the films, especially thriller.
Okay, that's great. I think so. Although you are an actor and you found the practicality of your movie genre, that's pretty great, I think, because I know everybody enjoys rom-com once in a
Yeah.
while, you know, when you want to have a good cry for no reason. But
Yeah, I prefer comedy more than like romantic films. Like I'd watch those typical Jennifer Aniston films or the typical
right, right.
yeah, comedy I'd love, but not romantic films much.
Okay,
Once in a while, yeah.
okay, okay. So like an Adam Sandler vibe, like where you
Yes,
have the
exactly.
fun
Yes,
and yeah.
exactly. I was gonna say that, but I didn't go for that because I was like, I don't know if everybody watches his films, but
The Sandman is
exactly that.
crazy.
Yes.
All right. So okay, just like movies. So what kind of music do you listen to?
Oh, for me, music has to be something that can make me dance. I do not like even if I'm sad, you'll find me listening to like EDM or Punjabi music, and I'll be dancing even if I'm crying on the inside. That's me. I cannot listen to music which is slow. Once in a while, of course, yes. But if I have a playlist, it will not have Arjit Singh or Pratik Kohad in it. It will not. It's just not my
Okay.
genre. I love their
Right,
songs,
okay.
but that's like once in a while mood. So anything
Right,
that
right.
can make me
So,
dance.
yeah, so something like a pick me up, like yeah,
Yes.
you get that.
Yes.
Okay, so
I need
you
to
like to
tap
pump
my
it
feet
up.
while listening to music.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Nice. So, like you said, you have a typical taste in movies, in music. So, do you have any hobbies that you've cultivated in
Yes,
music or
so
dance or anything like
yes,
that?
I love dancing.
Okay.
And I've realized it lately because I kind of hurt my back a week ago and I haven't been able to move a lot since then. So that's when I realized that I move 24 into 7 because I'm dancing. Whether I'm in the washroom, whether I'm getting ready, or I'm just sitting, I
Right.
am dancing all the time. And I also
Wow.
did masters in Bharatnatyam, which I completed a year ago. And
Right, right.
apart
Visharad?
from that, sorry?
Visharad, Arangetram Visharad?
Yeah, the Arangetram. Yeah, my Arangetram
Okay.
was in December last year, so I did
Oh,
that.
that's great.
Yeah, so I did that, and I've learned Bollywood dance as well. So like when I was young, I started going to dance classes. I love to draw. Apart from that, I really love painting and drawing and everything. So I gave my intermediate exams as well and everything. So these are the two
Okay,
main
wow.
hobbies that I have.
That's great. That's great. I think that that's a proper full set of performing arts and fine arts. That's a very good
Yeah.
combination, I think. I'm pretty sure it might have helped you through the lockdown and help you to channelize your energy
Oh,
through it, I
definitely,
think.
definitely. Dancing has always been, it brings me to my happy place, and I just
Okay.
cannot have a shower without music. So, like my
Okay.
shower, it's those 5 minutes of my day where I just put on my favorite
Right.
music, and I dance while I take a bath, and it's just I need that. It's like my cup of coffee. I just need that
Wow.
every day. Yeah, it
What a healthy
definitely.
habit. I mean,
Yeah, it helps me be safe.
that's great. That's great. Even I am a bathroom music listener. I have received complaints from my neighbors, but I mean, it's
Yeah.
our time. We should take
Sorry,
it.
5 minutes, please.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. So then again, when we look at you, we always look at you as an actor. But what we want to know is, if you weren't an actor, what would you be?
Okay. I would have been, so actually, I am still studying. So there is a
Right.
huge possibility that I might get into something in the corporate world. I mean,
Okay.
acting for me has always been a very important part of my life. But my parents and I both have made sure that I complete my academics as well. So I am doing my master's. I mean, I'm doing my graduation right now in arts, and I am also
Okay.
doing a diploma in French. So I am
That's
on the
great.
last level of that. So it's a six months more I left. And
Right. Right.
apart from that, I'm also preparing for my MBA entrances. The thing is, I
Wow.
really suck at maths, so I am facing a little difficulty there. But I'm really trying my best, and I might get into maybe marketing or something. So that is there. If I would have not been an actor, and there's still a possibility that I might get into the corporate world, or at
Definitely.
least the business world. I really want to have my own business, and I mean, I could start right now. There's no age to really start a business, but I would like to
Right.
learn about the industry more through like working first and then opening my own business or something. But apart from that, I also have a keen interest in interior designing. And after my 12th got over, I actually passed all the entrances for interior designing colleges as well.
Wow,
But then
that's
I
great.
changed,
That's
yeah, but then I changed my mind, which I do a lot when it comes to my academics. I think everybody has done that in
right.
their teens. So yeah, so I'm either an interior designer or an entrepreneur, something there.
That's great. That's great. I think you really have something working for you. So if you were to get into a business, some of your, viewers are asking you, what kind of business would you like to get into?
Okay, so I really haven't put that much thought into it. But when I was in the
Okay.
in the middle of the lockdown, I remember I told my mom that I don't want to study anymore. I just want to open my business because obviously maths was getting to me. But my mom was like, no, finish your studies first, then we'll think about it. And then she asked me, if you want to do a business, what business? So I just thought about it for like a minute or so, and I told her maybe something in the cosmetics line. So I really love makeup, and I like to read about it and everything. So maybe if I get the opportunity, I might start a makeup line. Maybe.
That's great. I think with the kind of insight you have right now, at whatever age you are at, I'm sure that your makeup line will definitely cater to all of us, and it will be way more inclusive than
Hopefully,
the
yeah,
makeup lines that we have
definitely.
right now.
It has to be
So
inclusive.
good luck for that. I mean, we
Thank
are
you.
looking
It's
forward
just
to all your ventures.
it's the prototype of a thought. I haven't even thought about
Right,
it. It's just, since you asked
right,
what, then probably.
right.
But thank
So
you.
whatever it is, we are very, very happy that even at our age, you are thinking ahead, you are able to, articulate and even prototype that thought. So we are very, very for towards your growth
Thank
and definitely vibing with your ideas right now. So,
thanks a lot.
right. So, did you go through any formal training to become an actor?
No, I did not. As I told you, I started very young. So at that time, I never really gave a thought about going to acting school as such. But then I think I learned most of the art on my way. So I learned by giving auditions. And when I was like small, my mom used to help me read the scripts and everything. So she taught me most of it. But she's not an actor either. So we
Right,
kind of
right.
learned together, you could say.
Okay.
But she taught me most of it. That's how it went. I never took formal training, and my brother, who's an actor as well, even he didn't go through any formal training as such. So we kind of learn on the job.
Right. That's quite cool because not everybody gets that opportunity, and at the same time, it's very very cute that you and your mom, and it was such a combined effort. That's
Yeah,
very very adorable. Like the kind of relationship you guys share.
yeah, that's there.
So yeah, tell me.
Yeah, so I was just saying that like our mother has always been like, she's also been the pillar, but she's also been the chadi behind us. So she's like,
Right.
karo, karo, karo. Now also with my YouTube channel and everything, she's always there behind us, like karo, karo, karo. Because my brother and I, we tend to like fool around and we get lazy at times. So yeah, it's really a combined effort, but more than that, it's her support. Because I've seen a lot of kids who want to get into this line, but their parents, even though they want to support their children, they might not have time because of their own life and their own
Right.
careers and everything. But there, our mother has been really helpful, and our dad also. Like, he's managed his business, and every Sunday, if we have a shoot, is going to be my dad who's gonna come with us. Like either for me or my brother. So it's always both our parents who've really, pushed us in this.
That's great. That's great. I think that for any parents who are watching the live, they should definitely support their kids in whatever endeavors they choose, irrespective of the result. It's always good to be a
At least
part
to
of their
try.
journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. So, do you think that, or any memorable accomplishment you've had so far, or your greatest achievement, however you want to put it, could be anything.
So I honestly think that I still have a very, very, very long way to go. Like, where I want to see myself is far away right now. But so far, I think one of the biggest achievements apart from the work that I have done is the kind of support I get, and I'm really really thankful for that. Like if I've done a few films in the South, and I've done English, and a few serials as well, and I have fans, like people who follow me from each work that I've done, and they've been so consistent throughout. Like it's been years since I did English, but people still recognize my work, and they still claim me for it, which I think is so great to see people remembering something you've done a few years back. But they've been, you could say, they've been loyal, and it's the kind of support we get on our YouTube as well. Like we really started YouTube as just fun. Like we were bored in the lockdown, and we thought, "Chalo, kar lete hain." But the kind of support that people have shown, and we've been pretty inconsistent with it. Like we upload one video in like 1 or 2 months, but people still wait. And when we do upload, they come with the same support. They don't get bored, and all of that. So I think that can be counted as the greatest achievement. I think that the kind of support I get, even if it's like a big number or a small number, I don't care about that. But whatever I'm getting is a very strong support, and touch wood, I've been very very lucky with that. So yeah.
That's beautiful. I think that how you are including your audience as a part of your success is very very pleasing. I'm sure everybody who's watching you right now and all your fans who are here are very very humbled to be in your presence, because I definitely am.
I am very humbled with all their support, with you guys also, like for you to be interested in me, to know about my personal life as well as the industry, just makes me happy that, oh, you want to know about things. So it really is.
Right.
I'm thankful to you as well.
It's amazing when we feel included in any actors or actresses journey, and it's very very humbling, like I said. So what we want to know is, how are you so grounded? Like what kind of pressure or what kind of environment did you go through, having the fame but still having to do the things that every other child does, like education, going to school?
Yeah.
How was it?
So, see, the one thing about being an actor is you have to be ready to face, like it's with everybody, okay? Whatever profession you are in, you're going to have your ups and downs. But the thing is, when people look at an actor, or when people look at anybody who's from the entertainment industry, they think that they have their life sorted, they have the fame, they have the success, they have the money, and that's it. But what actually happens behind the scenes is a lot different. Whom you might think has everything might not really have the same thing in their personal lives or something like that. It's with every industry, that you have your own ups and downs. And
Right.
yeah, and with me, obviously I gave equal priority to my academics anyways. So I really once went and told my mom that my life has become so weird right now, because last year before the lockdown, in the morning, I remember one day I ran to my classes. I came back, I got home, I glammed up, I wore my dress and my heels and put on makeup and went to an event where I was like from one of the colleges like yours. And I went to that event, and everybody was like, "Oh, ma'am." And then I came back home, I changed quickly, ran and went to other classes. And there I'm sitting and taking notes. And then I came back home and I'm like, this is like I'm living the best of both worlds, but it's kind of confusing. Like 1 minute I'm a ma'am, and the other minute I'm like, huh, sir. so it's kind of like you live the best of both worlds. And that's when you see that at one place you might be, the center of attention, and people might think of you as important, and that's great because it's something you have achieved. But then I think the other part of my life also reminds me that I still have a long way to go, and I think that keeps me grounded, and that tells me that you still have to work hard, whether it's academics wise or in the acting career or whatever. So yeah.
And that's very refreshing to hear. Not all of us can have the maturity to deal with being called ma'am and then having to call other people ma'am. So I think that's great how you're coping with both your lives.
Yes.
If I may
But
say that, your family lives.
I think that has been because I've been a child actor, so it becomes a habit to live the glamorous life and then to be a child in a school So I was actually born, I was grown up with it. So it's normal to me.
Okay.
But that's what I said, right? That when you look at someone from the industry, you think that their life is very glamorous, but it might not
Right.
be the case all the time. Yeah.
Right. Right. So, would you suggest budding actors and actresses to start out when they are younger? What do you think? Is that a better option?
Well, it depends. A lot of people that I know, their parents don't support them doing all this when they are in school. I was in a school in the very early age that did not support this at all. And I lost a lot of good projects because of the lack of support from my school. But then I went to the
Right.
other school, Ryan, who was the complete opposite. And it actually helped me get a lot much better projects, which I would have not been able to do if I was in any other school. And so it actually depends on what kind of parents you have, what kind of a career you want to pick ahead in life, and what kind of school you are in and your entire surroundings. Also, if you really enjoy acting, I think there is no harm in being a child actor. And some people take it as a full-time profession. Some people do it just as a hobby or their passion or something. But nevertheless, it's never a bad idea to start early for anything in life. So start when you think the time is correct for you. Whether you want to finish your studies first and then try on to this. If it doesn't
Hmm.
work, you can always jump back to your old career. Or people
Hmm.
leave their 9 to 5 jobs at the top of their career anytime to follow their passion.
Hmm.
So just go with what you think is the right time for you. But if I had to speak from my experience, I don't think starting early is bad at all. It's a different experience to be a child actor.
Okay, so I think that has definitely opened up a lot of doors to my thinking, because I always thought that somewhere there's too much pressure. But I think if you have a good combination of support from your parents, school,
Yeah.
even people you are working with, I think
Yes.
maybe it may work out for you.
Yes, I
So
want to elaborate more on what you've just said. Definitely,
yes,
there's a huge pressure on kids, and I've seen people apart from me and my brother who have been child actors and they've done very well at school. Like we've had so many actors in our school only, and they do very well in life. And it really depends on the kind of support you have. But other than that, there's a lot of negative response to being a child actor as well. I have had to face this in school with my teachers and students as well, that they have this pre-set prejudice towards child actors that they will not be interested in studies. Just because they're a child actor, they're not interested in scoring well. Or the students
right,
will think that they have a attitude just because they're a child actor. And then once
right,
they get
right,
to know you, they're like, okay, so this is different. So the student always has that pressure of um,
right.
making people know their true selves. So it's like different kind of pressures that we face. But again, it
Right.
depends on if you really like being an actor, then all these are going to be very minute things, and it really
Right.
depends on the support your parents and your school gives you.
Right. So basically, being in the limelight also throws you into a lot of negative comments or a certain amount of bullying from people, which is absolutely uncool.
Yeah.
But something that is a part of taking ahead the entire situation where you are taking it up completely. So
Yeah.
that's great, I think. So that brings me to this question that so since you were into this kind of a thing since you were a child, how did you manage your mental health? What is something that you tried, working out for yourself where, it affected you, but it didn't bring you down. So how did you do that?
Oh, there were tons of things that as I just said. I remember once I scored bad in a test, and the teacher really put me down for that in front of the class. And obviously, her excuse for that was because I was doing a show at the time, which wasn't the reason. I had actually performed very well in other exams. So that thing kind of put me down. But a few years later, when I passed out her class, that same teacher would call me on her floor, like because I was in a higher standard now. She was like, "Listen, I want to click a picture with you. I want to show." I'm like, now the same teacher wants a picture with me, who was putting me down for the same thing. So people will look at you in a different way in different situations, right? So that made me learn that you shouldn't let other people's pre-notion of you affect you in any way or the other. Then
Right,
of
right.
course for me acting was like it made me happy, you know. I was doing it as a hobby. So when you do anything as a hobby, like if you're drawing or if you're dancing, it's supposed to make you, you know, it's for you to take a break from your hectic day or to make you feel rejuvenated. So that's what acting did for me. So half of my problems were solved when I was on set. So, and then
Okay.
as I said, I've been very lucky with the support I've had from my parents. So I think all of that was like one day it came to me and then the other day it went away, like that. So
Right.
I mean, of course, I've learned through the way, but it's really the support that my family gave me that made me forget all my mental health problems.
Right, that's absolutely heartwarming to hear, and I think that that the dichotomy you live in, where as an actor, you do need audience validation, but at the same time, you cannot let that seep into your personal life. I think that's remarkable. I have no clue how you did it, and how you are still holding on.
Mm.
But it's good to know that you extend so much credit to your family, and how you really drew the disparity between how people change and how their behavior change, so you can't completely rely on them. So I think for all the viewers out here who are trying to get a real insight into the industry, I think Navika has really put it into words for us, when she said that people will change their behavior every now and then, so you can't let them
Yeah.
affect you. Wow, amazing. So I think, okay, let's get to a few exciting questions. How about any upcoming projects? Like, what's happening? Something new brewing up for us to view?
Yeah, so there are some projects that I'm not like looking at unless and until it's something where I can put in my 100% efforts. As I just said, I'm struggling with academics at the moment. I'm not struggling as in I just call education a struggle because
Right, right,
yeah, it's so yeah. But I'm really focusing on my academics at the moment because I'm 20 and I need to get into my master's next year. So yeah,
right.
that's where my focus is at the moment. But yeah, I mean, I haven't stopped acting, so whatever comes my way. But you can always be hooked on to our social medias, our YouTube and everything. Even though we are inconsistent, we're really working on it because that's what I see. Because my brother is in 10th at the moment, so
Right, right, right.
it's like if we can't be on screen, at least we can be on your phones. So somewhere, you know, to just be connected with our fans and everything because even they want to be in touch with us because we legit get mails
Right,
about
right,
not being consistent on YouTube. And I'm like, what? People are writing me these formal letters and everything. Like, please, ma'am, please upload on YouTube. I'm like, okay, we are getting there. So I was like, okay, at least we'll do. Like we can't leave everything at one time, so we're kind of managing both.
right, right, right. That's great. So, how did this entire YouTube venture come up? Like, how did you think that, okay, shuru karte hain?
Yeah, so I always used to think about my Instagram when I was like, I was not, I mean, I'm not so much into Instagram and I wouldn't even call myself an influencer or anything. But I do kind of think, you know, I could make up some content to put something. So one day I just went to my mom and I was like, let's try my brother does my makeup challenge. And my brother is pretty shy about all of this, okay? He doesn't like making his own videos and putting it on social media and everything. He'll stick to photos. So it took me a lot of time to convince him, but then I convinced him and we did this video. And the both of us are actually very, very close. Okay, so we do fight, obviously, we hit each other up. But we are very close and we're like best friends. So we were just having fun the way we are. And we shot it and we didn't put much thought into it and we uploaded it on Instagram and it shot up. It has 8 lakh views or something on my IGTV at the
Wow,
moment.
wow,
So
wow,
we
wow.
were like,
Yes.
great. So we were like, if since people liked it so much, we'll make one more. And we again uploaded that on Instagram, and it was a pancake making video. So all of
Right.
this was in the middle of the lockdown. We had nothing to do, so that also got like 2 lakh views or something. So we were like,
Wow.
people are really liking our chemistry. So we were like, chalo, instead of putting it on IGTV, we'll put it on YouTube because I think it has a wider audience. You get a wider audience there. So that's
Right,
what we
right, right.
did, and we made a few more videos, which also got like 2 to 3 lakh views. And the same videos we uploaded on YouTube as well, and they there also have around 8 lakh views. So like overall, we have a lot of views and everything, and we actually really started it just like that. It was a
Right,
funny journey. But yeah, now we're trying our best to make as much content we can, and we started with vlogs right now, which people are really liking at the moment. So that's where we're going to focus now. But we keep trying. We sometimes make gaming videos, or we sometimes do challenges, or just normal vlogs. Because we are also trying to see what kind of an audience we're attracting and what do they want from us. And so yeah, we're trial and error, but people are liking
Right.
it. So fingers crossed.
That's great. That's great. So I think that the kind of investment your audience has is from watching you every now and then on TV serials. That's how you began, I think, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, so
So
yeah, that's how we began. Through TV we
yeah,
began, and then we moved
yeah,
on to films.
yeah. So give me a few technicalities. Like, how is it different shooting for serials, and how is it different shooting for the big screen? Like, what is the difference?
So the biggest thing is time over here, because TV serials in India are daily soaps. So we are shooting in
Right.
the mornings. If the show has a bank is how many episodes you have already ready before the
Yeah,
launch.
short and ready.
So
Yeah.
yeah, short and ready before the upload or the launch. So that's a bank. So if the show has a bank, then it's still better. But we have done shows where we've shot in the morning, and that same episode has been aired in the evening. So it has to go through all the post production and editing and everything. So
Hectic.
so we do like 14 scenes in one day, depending on the director, the scenes and everything. But it can go anywhere from doing 8 scenes to 14 scenes, on depending on a lot of factors. And then on the other hand, films are much more relaxed. We pack up by like 6 or 8 in the evening or afternoon. I mean, evening, and
Right.
we begin the shoot a little late, and it's much more relaxed. Is the biggest difference that you could see between film and all. And then because of the time again, we don't get as many rehearsals on a serial set. Like obviously we do 1 or 2 rehearsals, technical rehearsals for the camera, for the focus, and for for the scenes and everything. But for films, you have much more time. You have an entire day where you just everybody gathers and reads the script, and then we have workshops where the co-actors gel, and the director and the actors gel, and uh,
Right.
there is one entire day just for the costumes in movies. Like they'll take you for shopping, or they'll do tons of shopping. They'll buy the entire shop, and they'll come and
Okay.
try different clothes on you, and that they'll do for every different character. So they take
Wow.
their own nice time, and that's why it's a lot more efforts, because it's gonna go on the big screen. So
Right. Right.
they really focus on the details, which they do too in the films, but in serials, but it's very quick.
Right. 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 So basically, the pace and the vibe, like
Yeah,
depending on what
it's
kind
the
of a
pace. The
yeah,
biggest
yeah.
difference is the pace, and then everything is because of that.
Okay, all right. So everybody is asking, how is Shivansh? How is he doing? Where is he?
He's great. We were actually in the middle of shooting a YouTube video, and I was like, now you go out, it's time for my life. So he must be sitting in his room, but he's doing great.
Okay. So last few questions. One question I would like to ask you is, what is the casting process like as a child actor? Like, has it changed since the time you were younger? Has it become
Oh,
more
definitely.
rigid, or like what's happening there?
Definitely. In my time, there was no social media. So there were no followers, there was no presence on social media or fan following or anything like that. And I think from at my time, I think there was much, um, I don't know, I wouldn't say it was easier, because there were enough, I mean, the same amount of people would audition then as to now. But I think social media has really, really changed the game. There are so
Right.
many stars or actors who have come through social media into the industry. Like they've garnered
Right.
an audience on their social media platforms, and then gotten into shows and movies. But in my time, it used to be the opposite. Even if we had like Facebook, you need to make your name on TV first, and only then people
Right.
will pay attention to you on social media. So that was there. And apart from that, the casting process is still the same. It's just now we can give self tests, जो पहले नहीं होता था. It's like it used to happen, but then the production would either come to your place if you're like a celebrity. But now anybody can make their own videos at home, and not just for the lockdown or anything. It was even before the lockdown. You can give in your self test, like you can take your own audition and send it to them. But first, earlier it used to be much more tedious. We had to wait for hours, and like 2,000 people would audition for the same thing. and yeah, that has changed.
Okay, so these are like a few technicalities that I wanted you to point out when it came to giving our viewers an insight, because Mittywood is trying to get students and aspiring actors, actresses, directors to understand what actually goes on behind the scenes, like give them a small hands-on experience. Unfortunately, we couldn't meet offline, but I'm definitely hoping that we're gonna meet soon, right?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
before I let you go, just tell us something. So give me your mantra
Oh,
and
my
tell me something that you want to tell Mittywood. That's it. Two things from you.
Okay, so my mantra is don't let anything put you down. Don't let yourself also put you down. You're going to definitely be one day just sitting on your bed and crying for no other reason. And the thoughts that you get in your head at that time should not define the next step you take. Think when you
Right.
are in the best mood, when you are happy, when you're going for a party. Just before that, when you're in that euphoria mood, that is when you're supposed to think what you're going to do next in life, because that's when
Right.
you're going to be the most optimistic, and that's when you're going to make the best decisions, and only with an
Okay.
optimistic mindset can you be successful. So that is my mantra: don't let your bad days make your life bad. And the only thing that I want to say to Mithywood is thank you so much for like bringing up this entire festival, where I think it's very, very important that despite being an educational institute, you give the students at such a young age the opportunity to look at the media or the entertainment industry, and
Right.
it
Right.
it opens up so many more doors just by an inspiring video or a post that you can see. It could trigger a
Right.
small thought which could inspire you for your career ahead. So I think it's great that a college is taking this initiative and giving students such a huge opportunity to learn and beyond their books, which I think is great. And as you said, a hands-on experience is the best way to learn. So thank you so
Right.
much, and I'm really, really honored that I could be a part of this, and I could go live today and interact with the students as well as my audience and give them the insight and my and share my experiences with you all. So thank you so much for letting me a part of it.
Come on, please. It was our pleasure. I absolutely had fun interacting with you, and you've been very receptive as well as I don't know. You're just very adorable. Like I can't get that out of my head. Like, of
Thank you
course
so
you're
much.
gorgeous and all that, but you're so humble and you're so polite. It's amazing to be around people like you. And just say a small thing for your fans so that they feel very very acknowledged.
Yes, thank you so
They're
much, guys. I
waiting
had
for
put
you.
up a story yesterday to let you all know that I'll be coming live today, and I'm so happy that all of you who could join have joined us today, and you hear me do all the buck. But thank you so much for joining us today and for being so supportive and for all your questions as well. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Navika. We hope you stay home, stay safe, and everything goes well for you in your future endeavors. Definitely hoping to meet you offline.
Yes, I'm hoping the same. I hope we can all have a better chat, more interactive chat when all of
Yes,
this gets better. And I wish you very good health and all the best for your college life as well. You've been very, very
thank,
sweet.
thank you so much. All
Thank you,
right,
guys.
then. See you soon.
Bye bye. Take care.
Bye.